Hi, good morning, and welcome to session number one of the PowerShell scripting language. So it's the very first session. So today only we are starting this one. Today is the first session, and maybe you are familiar with already PowerShell, or maybe you're completely new to the PowerShell, guys. My intention is I'm going to start from completely basic and up to advanced level. This is a plan, and we have a proper schedule as per day wise. As for day wise, we have a proper schedule is there. So nothing to worry. What is the prerequisites for this? My intention is completely from the zero, like learning a new thing from like English, like how we will start A, B, C, D, like that we are going to start. But what is the simply what is a PowerShell? What is our final product we can expect from this area? That is important. Yes, that's why you are maybe working on PowerShell or completely new to the PowerShell, I'm not talking. Why? Because my intention is completely from the basics. But in this training, add two things I additionally added. That is a latest version. Latest version 7.4.3. 7.4.3 features added and advanced scripting. These two areas previously not there. Now I added. Comparing with my previous n number of PowerShell batches to this one, this is a major change. PowerShell latest version and advanced scripting. Once if you learn the PowerShell, you will get a issue or problem way how to create a advanced like a graphical user interface applications. So even we can sell that one also if you develop that one. It is very easy. Just graphically also you can use. So what is PowerShell? PowerShell? No, simply we know so many members know in Windows there is a CMD is there, or we can call what is that MS-DOS or command prompt we can call. I think this word is familiar to everyone. Am I right? MS word. Sorry, MS not word. MS-DOS. MS-DOS. How to get MS-DOS? Just come to start button command. This is our MS-DOS. Simple MS-DOS every command. Generally we will run so many commands from here only. Like like CD command, changing the directory, or mkdir. Sir, very simple. Here CMD. Now whatever I opened, that is a CMD command prompt. It's advanced only PowerShell. There is nothing. It's advanced only PowerShell. CMD you have from the beginning of the Windows. Even Windows started single user console by using the CMD only. Even one thing, you no need to do any installation for Windows PowerShell. You no need to do any installation for the Windows PowerShell. By default, for every Windows machine, we have a default version is available in every Windows machine. Even that is a server or like client. Client means like Windows 10, 7, 11, 8.1. So by default, even servers point also 12, 16, 20, 22, 25. These are the Windows servers. By default, one version is available. This we can call as a stable version in the Windows. So it's an inbuilt tool only, inbuilt application only. You no need to do any installation. But our target is completely different. You can observe. So 5.1 now lot of changes came between these time. If you observe, a lot of changes came here these two areas. Okay, what is PowerShell? Simply, okay, I said black screen only. This will work with commands only. If you see this is MS-DOS, It is MS DOS. From here, if you type a word PowerShell, this is your PowerShell. After opening the PowerShell, just okay, this is a one of the way. Don't get any confused. One of the way from how I started. I started command prompt. Then I typed a word PowerShell. Simple. But this is not really not good approach. I will straightforward like I will open to you. Even what it does before that, how to launch it on your in existing Windows machine. Just go to the start, type power. So many PowerShells will come. PowerShell. Okay, 7 you may not have. This is a 1 hour plan actually. This first one you may have, and 32-bit PowerShell also you have. Windows PowerShell, there is nothing in the brackets. Second one you may not have on your machine. Definitely this is by default not available. Second one. Third one you may have. Definitely this is a one also. If you click on the first one, yes, it is a PowerShell only. Actually, this is the way you have to launch it. Even when I start CMD, when I type PowerShell word here also, you can see content same only. From this point to Windows word to here, up to this character, everything same only. Just it is available in your machine by default, but that is with the 5.1 version only. So the question is the first definition. What is what is PowerShell? This is the first question. Sorry, one second. So while typing, it is not responding. Okay, I am going to use this. One second. Okay? What is PowerShell? This is the first question. And second question, what it does? What it does? Two questions in my mind. What is PowerShell? Similar. By the observation, what is the conclusion? It is not like right click, left click, like getting window and in this way. So if you want to interact with anything with PowerShell, only way only, one weapon only, or one direction only. Yes. Can I use graphical one to right click, left click like that? Huh?
No.
No. There is no chance. It is even you can consider your MS Office. Consider your MS Office. So what is PowerShell? Simply, I will write a simple word. PowerShell is a command line shell. Is a command line shell. It needs commands. Commands on it. It's just like a CLI, command line interface. Command line interface only. Just the commands only required. Even if you have an idea on the Linux also you have a graphical user interface, but most of the time you will work with the console only. It's a command line shell. So this is a command. This is a guys command line shell only. If you give any command, give a command, it will perform some action. It will perform some action. If you give a command, it will perform some action. And remember, this training is not anything related to memory test. I mean, how many commands you are going to remember? No, that is not correct. Even it is a memory test, we can by heart, like our academic levels, like in that pattern. No, it is not a memory test training. So mainly here the concepts are very, very important. Advanced scripting, especially 7x features also important, but that is very easily you will understand. But main target is please remember, don't try to by heart the commands. based on the using the command again and again, hardly you will remember 10 plus commands. That is a 10 is a max word to remember.
So one more thing is the advanced scripting will work is in as in Linux also.
Yes, yes, I will come to that part. Yes, Linux also. 5 to 7.5 we are moving. That is a Linux also.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Sir, how to check which PowerShell version I am using right now? I have on my computer.
Presently, everyone without any doubt, everyone having 5.1 only. No doubt, it's inbuilt. First time we are using, if you are not performed any installation as of now, the default version is a 5.1. To check that version, just without spaces, type this word. But I will come to technical part, definitely. Okay, fine. So where we are, PowerShell is a command line shell. Just commands are required. Okay, what it does, sir, whatever you are using in the GUI, graphical user interface. This is correct, Vinay? If I want to create a user, right click of my computers and go to the users. And can I create a user here in this way? Can I create a user in this way? Yes. Create that not test user. Create it. Simply, if I want to delete a user, I want to create a user. So, graphical user interface is very easy. Why? Because we are too much adapted to this technology. Even Linux also, everyone feel why it is difficult. We have to use the proper command. Everything command only. So, if you take GUI and CLI, what is the major benefits by in the GUI? Why are feeling GUI is the best one? And CLI means example your PowerShell. Why you are feeling GUI is the best one?
Because we don't need to type anything. We
Yes,
can use the
excellent. We right click, left click like that. We can create and we can use it. But here everything you need to provide it. And why everyone will refer the CLI? So right click, left click, every work is easy, na? Then why they are referring or why organizations are not giving to you GUI option?
reduce the manual error.
CLI not required so many resources, not required much RAM and CPU. And performance is more and more high in the CLI. In the GUI, to display to you, so many graphical requirement is required, even RAM, CPU, visualization load. But CLI nothing, just you will get a black color or blue color screen. Okay, this is a blue color. Color changing it doesn't matter. Color changing, I will come to that part whenever we start the original topic. Color changing is doesn't matter. Okay, color changing you are using foreground color or background color, that is secondary. But the thing is here, the performance in the command line interface is very, very high. And okay, fine, that is good. Okay, why they are recommending, but what it does? Okay, sir, fine, it's in CLI. You're saying that, and what is the use of that one? Okay, it's a command line. Fine. What it does? That is the second question. So what is the use of the PowerShell? Just whatever you are doing the GUI activities, you can perform in the help of the CLI. And especially your task automation is available. Automation. Already I said the one word, it's a commands required, the command line shell, na? This word, commands. If you write commands, like group of commands inside of a file, what we can call? What we can call? It is like a
Script.
script. It is a script. But with the logic. Simple, it is a logic case. So instead of writing one line, there is a different type of control statements will be involved, like loops, conditional statements. That's why what it does mean, it is a task automation language or scripting language. Yes. Remember, which requires PowerShell means which required commands only. Only commands required. Which command? We are completely zeroing today. How can you give a command information? Not possible. And now come to, okay, is it task automation technology or automation scripting language? Task automation. See, you are giving a word, everyone telling that on automation, automation, automation. But how to, what is automation? Everything automation, AI, now these are the used keywords now. Na? Here also I'm using same thing as the task automation language. I mean automation without your interaction. Once if you set up today, then without your interaction, it is going to run. And it's not a foreground, background it is going to run. There is a one concept is there, background jobs only. I think end of the final session area, background jobs one concept is added. Background jobs. It is a one of the powerful topic. Simple but powerful topic. Okay, it's a combined line, sir. Sir, why the two versions are there? 5.1 by default it is coming freely, na? Okay. Remember, while starting the PowerShell, their main intention is Windows platforms only. Their main intention is only Windows platform only. So that's why in the version, I believe that is with Windows 10 introduction time, they introduced 5 version, 5.1 introduced 2010, 10 or 12 that time. But problem is, it is purely supported for Windows platforms only. But if you observe, so many real-time servers, not on the Windows platform, like 60-40, 40 for Windows, 60 for Linux based only, really Linux based only. So there is only the Windows users only going to use these technologies. What about others? And really, there is one problem also there. What is the problem? If you are using PowerShell on your Windows machine, now 5.1 came up by default. The reason is there is a .NET framework is available. You can observe here. In every machine, we have a .NET framework is available. When you are installing Windows operating system, generally OS installation time, there is one framework will be involved or installed already. It was there. So due to that only, you are opening the MS Office, browsers, Notepad, you are playing VLC player, everything is working on this one only. The .NET framework is a collection of softwares to run, to develop new applications. Upon that only, your PowerShell also running. That is the reason. Tell me, this is a Windows server. Is it possible to keep the same thing laptop in the sense like maybe Windows 10 or like that? But .NET framework is purely Microsoft's product which comes with operating system, which comes with this .NET framework, which comes with OS only. Are you getting my point? This is coming with OS only. Is it possible to install on the other operating system? Is it possible? Is it
Like,
possible?
no, no, sir.
Again, operating system we have to install, but operating system never supported the Linux. So that time Microsoft introduced instead of this one, they created a lightweight application that is a .NET Core, recent one. .NET Core is a cross-platform application or cross-platform capability framework. What is the benefit? It supports Windows as well as other operating systems. Actually, this one came introduced in version 6.x and above, up to 5.1 .NET framework only for Windows. Now, Windows supporting two independent, there is no override. If you are installing 7 version, 5.1 work on different way, and your 6 or 7, whatever you are using, 6 and 7, that is also working. platform. I mean, base .NET framework is different. For 6 and 7, not .NET framework, .NET Core is there. It is a group of applications only. There is nothing. So now it is also 6.6, 7.x is there. And guys, this is supporting cross-platform. Nothing but other operating systems. It's very recent one. Even 7.x 2000, 7.4 is 2020. And now today you have a 7.4.3 version is there. Recent version only. So if you have one question, can I use 5.1 on Linux at this stage?
No.
No. 6 point above only we have this version. So
Okay, sir, one
your
more question. This .NET Core, it just like .NET Framework is by default available on Windows servers or Windows laptops. .NET Core is by default not available on Linux or on Windows, right?
yes, by default
So,
this is not available.
so we have to install it if we need to use PowerShell on Linux. Then first we need to install .NET Core, and then PowerShell can be used, right? Is my understanding correct?
Yes, correct. Simple.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. But one thing, what is the use of if you give any command, the command is executed or converted as your command to object. The word is how to remember. Remember, even in the Python also same thing. In PowerShell, everything is an object. Which object? .NET object. .NET Core or .NET Framework. So you are giving, for example, you are giving a command, create a server. Example, this is the one command I'm giving in the red color one. So the command if you give, that is a command. You know command only. Why? Because it's a command line interface. When you give a command, the command received by your .NET framework or .NET Core if it is a 5.1. Actually, 5.1 is not available in the Linux. Even in few Windows, if you are using the 5.1 .NET framework, 6 or above version .NET Core. Remember this point. If you give any command, that will be converted to your command converted to .NET Core. .NET Code. You are not going to write any code. So .NET Core. And in the .NET Code, you have a static methods, classes, objects. So many things are available. Actually, remember, ready-made code already available in the .NET Core. But instead of like a 100 lines of code, you are going to execute with one line code, one line command, one word command even. One word command only you are going to. That's why we are calling in PowerShell. We know PowerShell requires commands. Commands are .NET objects internally. 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 That's why what is the word we will use? In PowerShell, everything is a .NET object. Maybe core or maybe framework. And interesting thing, up to 5.1, it is not like much famous really. Even your VMware admin or Windows servers point now, Windows server admins are very less. Automation, especially like Azure area, even Azure completely integrated their technology. Azure Cloud, if you go to the Azure Cloud, just I'm launching my Azure portal, already have a one valid account. Just have a look. Not about the how I created the account. My intention is see here there is a one option is there. It is in Azure platform. No need to create any account. Just I want to show you the command or this PowerShell how to integrate it. So this button in the portal we can call as a cloud shell. Now it is connecting. Just give few seconds. So just previously I executed one command for previous question. One question came how to find out my present version. One second. PS version table. You can see something is there. Something is there. Yes.
7.5.
And Which platform it is? You can observe carefully. Which platform they are using? This blue color screen? Linux. Now,
Linux.
so why? Because Linux is free. Linux is free. Anyone can use it. So they integrated cloud with the cloud. It is a cloud. Linux with PowerShell. How simple we can create the magics. Really, if you want to create, if you have an idea on Azure, a lot of things we have to manually we need to create it previously. Really, if you want to create a VM, so many things, so many issues are there previously. But now, how simple we can create a user? Simple. That one VM is ready. And just I'm showing to you one VM now. You see, it is creating one VM. You can observe here. DS2 underscore V3. It is creating one VM. How simple I written here. Okay, that is doesn't matter, but just you need to observe. You don't know presently any command. And first version came 2006. 2006 version 1. I mean version 1 means 1.0 came. Version 2, version 3. But 2014 we have a 5.5 version came. 5.0, 5 means. But remember guys, 16 only, I believe 16. We have a 5.1 version came. This is a one of the stable version. Stable version on Windows. That's why it is by default available to you, everyone. So I already written 2020 onwards, you have a 7.x version. Even 6 time they introduced cross-platform. Cross-platform means 6 onwards, PowerShell also works on other operating systems. So 7.x onwards only the major changes came 7.x only till today. So remember sometimes you will observe PowerShell core means what is the core here? Core means not an important. What is the core meaning? Framework guys. That is a cross-platform, and also they said it is open source. What is the meaning of open source?
No need to.
Anybody can use.
Everybody can.
Anybody can use it. Now see, like PowerShell, now this technology is there. So really, no people there like a expert level on the PowerShell. Maybe basic is there. We can go with ChatGPT. We are modifying, but we cannot create our own script. We maybe having the ability, we can modify whatever the server name is there. There you are writing your server name. Maybe you are taking from a CSV file. The file name we will provide, but no one will having the exact perfection on the PowerShell. Really, if you see in your team also, copy paste, maybe changing server if error, again the line number, asking ChatGPT. But even okay, you can use ChatGPT, no doubt. But how to get the syntax information, how the command is working? Okay, and still today also this inventor, I mean, Jeffrey Snower, still he is available. Now he's not working for the Microsoft, but still he is available. He is a technical mind behind this technology. Jeffrey Snower, Microsoft technical fellow. So he's used different languages to develop this one, but he is a main person and also working for the recently changed. Is working for Azure Stack. Azure inside there is a Azure private cloud is there. Azure private cloud also there. Private cloud. So for that also he is a chief architect. So is one team is there, but this person we can call as a father of the PowerShell. Okay, I will show you his image also. One second. Oh, otherwise no issue. Jeffrey Snower. Jeffrey Snower, simple. Okay, these all images belongs to him. Okay, you can ask a SRE organizer at Google now. Presently is a part of Google. He joined Google in recently, I said, 2020 after long career at Microsoft. Very recent change. Yes, but he is invited private for Azure Stack. There is a one product from the Microsoft. Fine. So he's alive. Still he is there, but he's a technical mind behind our technology. Excellent. Even some information, whatever I explained till now, just have a look. The first one, just 1, 2 PowerShell is there from 6 point onwards. 4 and 7.x also now presently we are using. And 7.x also we have current version. Okay, next line that one only. Okay, father of the PowerShell, Jeffrey Snowden. Now he is working for Google. It's a own created a template only. There is nothing. Okay, future. So object for first one, .NET object, cross-platform, rich. I mean easy to use. Especially you can get the MS DOS problem is it is not possible to connect other servers. MS DOS old one. But by using this one, you can connect remote servers. Microsoft own protocol is there, like HTTPS, HTTP, FTP, like that are the protocols. Like that, Microsoft also having their own protocol, that is a man protocol. Man, Windows Web Services purpose. So web services purpose, man protocol is there. It works on 549054. I think I'm right around man protocol 5490 something 9 sequential numbers only. Works on which ports? 59 or 59? I'm mistake. 59, 85, 85, 86. So to get the information from the remote servers and automation. Yes, I said everyone will call automation, but how to implement that automation? It is a very just instead of manual work. If you set one time, it is going to execute. Okay, built on .NET 6 and 7. This is the one, but we have to install manually. The fast and especially this new command. We have in this document also PowerShell latest features. In the latest features also number 3 PowerShell -object -parallel. The same word here they are writing. Accuracy is more here. There is a more accuracy we have comparing with 5.1. More accuracy is there. And these are the different versions information except 7.8. Version 1 came at the time of Windows XP 2006. Yes, like 2, 3, 6 is there. Now they supporting Linux, Mac, Windows platforms. Yes, we are going to concentrate one logic you need to remember here. I'm going to use 5.x as well as 7.1. So the reason is not most of the 90% features are coming from the 90% features part of in the 7.x only. 5.1 all features are available as a 90%, 10% additionally. Okay, but so many manual work reduced here. If you see my 5. I'm not going to launch. Just I want to show you PowerShell 7 screen. And for scripting purpose also, they are not providing to you any screen. We are going to depend on the purely on the Visual Studio Code. So previously to get the information, we have a lot of work is the same. Get a sim instance. You can see autofilling. For example, I want to get operating system. See, with the tab keyword only, we can use it. This feature is not available previously. These features are not available. It is very easy to understand. Okay, excellent, sir. Everything you said good. What about all are good, but what about commands? I am completely zero in the commands. How can I start the commands? So leave it about this. It is not a memory test training. How to start the commands? Okay, then sir, how to? Okay, 5.1 is there. Yes, by default you have a 5.1 is there. And remember, one major change I will explain to you from Windows point. So by default in your Windows, you will get PowerShell console, or whatever you see now, blue color screen, for single line commands. To write the scripts, Microsoft PowerShell is providing to you one integrated application we can call as a ISC. Are you able to see ISC? One second, I will type. Are you able to see? This is a 5.1. What is the purpose here? If I launch this one, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of this one?
Kind of ID.
Yes, ID purpose.
We can debug single line.
Able to save
each
the
line.
Like
program.
you just we said 111 command. If you type in a file that you are calling as a scripter. So here you can run single line command. If you want to create a script, you can use this platform. Really, till today also it is good, but not updated with the. I mean, up to one time this is ISC also good. So this is story about 5.1 only. But what about now? Again, same requirements, same features are there. What about now? Okay, for 7.1, they are giving PowerShell console. Excellent. They are giving 7.x. They are giving to you this console. No problem. Here, these two are available. Here is available, but there is no ISC to develop the scripts. Instead of that one, we are going to use Visual Studio Code. Are able to see this application? This one? I will explain to you what is the installation process. But these applications we are going to use to develop that. So PowerShell 5.1 commands okay, scripting okay. But 7.1 commands only there. There is no special or official tool for scripts.
So you would be also walking us through this Visual Studio Code?
More completely. Why? Because in Visual Studio Code you can run 5.1, 7.x. Both will work.
Hmm.
But in the ISC, only 5. No,
Right.
this is a problem.
And this Visual Studio Code is also available by default, or do we have to install it?
We have to install it. If that is a third party, anything, I mean, for the Python or any technology, same one only. It is a free one. So one
This is
thing
not
is,
a Microsoft product, Visual Studio Code?
I am not sure. Maybe is it, but it's by default not available. We have to install it.
Okay.
Microsoft product, is it right?
Yeah, it is
Yes,
Microsoft.
this is Microsoft.
Yes, Microsoft product.
Will you able to install in Linux this product?
CLI not possible. In the GUI possible.
Or,
For that, we have a VI editor is there in the line.
yes.
Yes. Now the thing is, okay, we can start initially. I mean, initially means to get an idea. One thing in the 7.x also, 90% 5.1 features only there. This 10% also important. That is the second one. Okay, initially we are going to start with 5.1, excellent. But up to which mark? Maybe 5 or 6 days. Then after, while learning, first this course mainly for 2 areas. How to learn commands, how to start the script. Then only you will understand the advanced scripting. Mainly these two before going to see advanced. Commands one like how we started schooling how learn ABC one day by day. Like that, ABC here is the commands. First command, second command, like that we are going to learn. So for that, we are going to use first 1 week 5.1 only. End of this weekend, I am going to install 7.x future. I mean 7 version we are going to install. It is a very straightforward file only. And then Visual Studio Code today not required. After 18 days or once we complete the command line information, we are going to install Visual Studio Code. But scripting area, you can completely refer Visual Studio Code. But I will explain to you in 1 or 2 sessions ISC. Now ISC is outdated. Visual Studio Code is a recommended one. There I will explain to you 5.1, 1 or 2 sessions. But most of the work we are going to use in the Visual Studio Code. Okay. So tomorrow, first lab activity. Even today, I open to you, but this action also, how many ways we can open the PowerShell 5.1 application? How many ways are there? That what I will cover. Right, guys? Having clear idea about the course? Everything is clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes.
So tomorrow is
Yes,
a
sir.
lab activity. Most of the time, everything with lab only, guys. Theory maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Next remaining part is completely lab only. But my suggestion is, guys, if you want to get a, expert level, don't miss live training for first 18 sessions, 18 or 20, up to, there is a one concept is the execution policies, the word execution policy. Up to this point, try to attend live. You will get the daily recordings. I'm not asking that. You will get, but try to attend live. Why? Because you are also going to execute same command on your machine.
Sure,
You are
sir.
also same command you are going to execute. It's my suggestion. Out of 50 days, I'm not saying to end of the training you are going to get expert knowledge. No, just attend 18, you can analyze yourself only. Fine, guys. I will upload this recorded video also into the particular group. You are part of the group. You will get same link you can use for the to join for the live. Tomorrow onwards, I am going to take up to 50 to 55 minutes session. Okay.
Naga,
no,
what is the
Naga.
difference in PowerShell 32 and 64-bit command cell?
32 bits will not support all applications. For example, if I want to launch a VLC player, it won't support 32-bit. Even previously, every application available 32-bit and 64-bit. Am I right?
Yes,
Previously.
correct.
So
Naga.
from this point, if you launch any application, it won't work. From here, you are going to create a like one example VLC player. So VLC player is a 64-bit. It won't support to launch from here. Just limitation to start other applications.
Okay, got it.
Now, I think nowadays everything 64 only. No one will using 32 also in the organization. So everything 64-bit operating system. 8-byte story we will call in the ML 8 bits, 8 the 64 concept.
Naga, yesterday you sent one file to download and install it. So there, while installing, is it an email account, text message, or manually configure? Which one do I need to select?
Which one I sent to you? I mean Zoom link.
No. Before that, one calendar, something you sent in the WhatsApp group to install.
No. I think is it in Zoom link, Zoom mail? I
Yeah.
mean, I forward. No, that is just
Yes.
like a reminder for you only. Just you can attach with your Google Calendar or
Okay.
just for
Okay.
reminder for every day. Automatically, the session will be started at 7 a.m.
Okay. Sorry.
It's not like related to our course, just like a reminder to join to the live.
No, okay. Understood.
Okay. Thank you, guys. I will upload this recorded video. So tomorrow onwards, we are going to start the lab activity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.